All right, welcome to UCF officially. Orlando,
You.
what do you like about Orlando so far?
Man, everything. I love it here. I love being in Florida, the sunshine, the beaches. It's a good time in Florida. I like it a lot.
Before we started recording, we started talking about tattoos, and I asked you, I'll ask again, how many do you have?
I want to say, I got this whole arm. I got 2 on my stomach. I got 2 up here, and then I got 2 on this arm. So
what was the first?
The first one was this eagle right here with the Arabic. That was the first one.
What's the significance, if you mind sharing?
So, yes, sir. So my poppy, he lived in Egypt, and he did construction over there, and it says, "Rest in peace, grandfather, with you forever." And so me and him were very close, and he passed in 2009. He had cancer, and but he lived in Egypt, and he was a big Auburn fan. He always had these wooden eagles around his house, so I got the eagle and got that for him.
But one was not enough? One tattoo?
No, sir. Yeah. No, I love them. They all tell a story. They're all a piece of me. They're all a part of my life, and so I like to look down just at the memories sometimes. I think they represent me. So.
And why the placement where? You mentioned you added something to your stomach.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I like to play with a little crop top. So it's hot, and I kind of like it. And so I got this one here, the night of showing you for UCF. This place, it's my whole life. It's been my dream to play at a Power 4
So you
school.
got a night?
Yes, sir. Yeah, the night.
You can show us.
Okay, good deal.
You don't mind showing off?
No. I got the night. Here, they'll move that thing. Yes, sir. Yeah, no, I got that.
Did you design that or did you pick that?
So a little bit of both. Me and my tattoo artist, we kind of came up with it. And I just told him, I was like, I want a night riding a horse in a battle. I was like, I want to be just awesome, just tough. Just to represent UCF. Like I said, this place really changed my life. And it's been my dream since I was a kid to play Power 4. I was at JMU for 2 years. I was at ULM for a year. So I was at some smaller programs. But I always knew I was capable of playing at a higher level. And I'm very grateful that UCF took the chance on me and believed in me. And now I'm able to represent them.
Which I think a lot of Knight fans want to hear, right?
Yes, sir,
Because it's hard for fans. You could probably appreciate this in the transfer portal.
Yes,
You've been a couple of places, and it's hard for fans to connect with players. That's a good way of saying you're connected to the university.
Yes,
when you enter the portal, what's that process like? How does UCF come into play there for you?
So when I first entered the portal, I was actually committed to Colorado before I was committed here. And so I was committed there for a week. I had an apartment, had everything up there, and their O-line coach left, and Coach Frost was always recruiting me because they didn't have a staff put together. He had a lot of things on his plate he was trying to do. So he was putting me in contact with the coaches that were here, and I was talking with him, and I just loved everything he stood for. He really showed trust in his players, and he says don't have a fear of failure. He just wants you to go out there and play to the best of your ability, and I love that. Like the belief and trust he puts in his players really was a big part of me coming here.
What about Coach Clark?
Love Coach Clark.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I was at 2 Sun Belt schools previously. I actually played Coach Clark multiple times at JMU, and then so just being in the Sun Belt, he was the head coach at App State. Like I knew of him, and I had a lot of respect for him. App State's a very good program. So I was very excited whenever he called me that whenever Coach Clark, he said, "Hey, this is gonna be my O-line guy," and I was very, very excited to be able to play for him.
What's the challenge of coming in, and there are a lot of different faces? You guys got to learn one another.
Yes, sir.
Communication, I imagine. What's that challenge like for you with a lot of new faces? Not just the team, but along the line.
Yes, sir. Yeah, offensive line is already you got to be a tight group. You got to be 5 guys that love each other, care for each other, to be a good offensive line unit. And so it is hard. You got Paul, who's been here for a long time. Keegan was a transfer. I was a transfer. A lot of these guys were transfers. And so to all come together and build a relationship, it helps that most of us are starting right now. We played in the spring together, and so we have a little bit of chemistry. But we hung out a lot. We do things. And I think just building those relationships is a big part of us coming together for the offensive line.
You've played multiple spots on the line, right? Left guard,
yes, sir.
Center. Where are you most comfortable?
Center. Definitely center, yes, sir. I was a left guard at JMU. I was the 6th man. Somebody went down, so I stepped in the left guard. But center was my position I was recruited for out of high school, and what I like to play.
What do you like about that position? That's a critical part of the line.
Yes, sir. I trust myself a lot, and I put a lot of work into study and know what's going on the football field. And I like being able to kind of call the shots and let people know where to go. I like being able to tell people, hey, you're going to work this double team to this guy. We're going to do this if they move to this front. If we get movement where this is going to be our check, we're going to do this instead. So I like being able to kind of direct everybody in the right direction.
Tell me about your guys along the line here. What do you think the identity of this unit can be?
Tough, and we're going to run off the ball and hit you. I said, yeah.
Just matter of fact.
Yes, sir. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Yes, sir. We're going to come get you. we're going to play hard, we're going to play fast and physical.
You mentioned Paul Rubelt.
Yes, sir.
He's been here a while.
Long time.
He's a guy, not many guys that have been here,
Seriously.
that long. What do you learn from him?
When I got here, because being a guy that this is my third school, I could really learn and appreciate his commitment to UCF, and that really stood out. He loves it here, and he loves the opportunity every time he gets to represent UCF, and so that really stood out to me, and I could appreciate that a lot, just being somebody who's been to multiple schools.
You pick up something, though, at every stop, right?
Yes, sir, you do.
When we see you play, what will we see?
You're going to see somebody who's very technically sound, plays very hard, plays fast, very physical, like to finish blocks, just nasty.
What do you make of the strength and conditioning program here, especially compared to your other stops?
This is the strongest I've ever been. We take the weight room very, very seriously here, and we put a lot of hard work in the weight room compared to other programs.
What can you bench?
We hit 405 for 3 last time we did 3 rep maxes of 405 for 3.
I imagine you take the weight room seriously.
Yes, sir, very seriously, yeah.
Yeah, you like it, too.
Yes, sir, I absolutely love it, yes, sir. No, we get after it in there.
What do you like about football?
Football has been my whole life. That's really all I've done. Football has been a way for just things that have happened to me in life. Football has always been kind of like an escape. It's kind of been like what I love to do. And whenever anything's going bad, it just soothes me, it calms me down. But it's what I love, and so you get to go and be very violent with no penalty, really. There's no problem with it.
I think it's funny the way you said it soothes you.
Yeah,
when it's a violent game.
Sir, yeah.
An escape, right? You get to maybe take out some aggression
yes,
on
sir,
the other
yeah,
guys.
Seriously.
What's it like facing in practice UCF's defense?
We got a great D-line. We got a lot of guys, and they've helped me get a lot better. Horace was just over there. He's helped me get a lot better. And just coming from smaller schools, playing now a full Big 12 D-line, they've helped me improve my skills a lot, and they're very good as well. So.
You mentioned that making that jump, Sun Belt schools and the like, but there's a lot to be appreciated at those schools,
yes, sir,
right?
You
had to fight for a spot just like you do
yes,
here.
Yes, sir. Every program.
Yeah. Tell me more about this offensive line. Tell me about some of the guys.
So obviously everybody knows Paul. He's been here, Mr. UCF, but I love how he represents UCF, and he does a great job of that. And he anytime anybody gets out of line, he always makes sure he keeps the main thing being the program, being UCF. You got guard's hilarious. I'm sure you'll get a chance to talk to him. He's a very funny guy, hardworking, very serious. You got Keegan. Keegan's a dog too. He's another guy. Me and him both came from Group of 5 schools, so we kind of have that relationship. But we both kind of have that chip on our shoulder coming from smaller schools. Just we want to prove to everybody and to ourselves that we can dominate at this level, which I think we can. And then we got Preston Cushman. He's another really funny guy, hardworking. He's about his business. He's a good dude. You
mentioned proving something, right? There are going to be people that look at your previous stops and say, is this a Big 12 caliber lineman?
Sure.
And you want to prove that you are.
Yes, sir. I want to prove that I'm the best in the country. So that's the goal.
And you've received some accolades along the way.
Yes,
Sun
sir.
Belt honors. So what do you consider the strength of your game?
Strength of my
pass
game.
blocking, run blocking.
Run blocking.
Yeah.
I think I play a very complete game. I think that's one of the things that helps me a lot because I'm an undersized guy, and that was part of the recruiting process coming out of high school. But I'm very smart, and I can dissect a defense. I know what's coming. That's a big part of center. That's why I like the position as well, like we were talking about.
Are we underestimating this offensive line?
Y'all will see. I don't know. Everybody's got something to say, but a lot of people see August 28th. I think we're going to go out there and dominate.
What are you most looking forward to?
I'm really excited to play in front of a big old crowd in the bounce house, stadium shaking. You run out of the tunnel, you got the flames behind you, and just being able to play for a really, really good fan base. I'm very excited for that, and to play for Coach Frost. So he's a genius. He's a football genius, and I'm excited to play in his offense.
Back to Orlando, what have you liked most? What do you do in your free time when you're not out here putting in the work?
I like to go to the beach. The beach is cool. I was at Louisiana last year, in Louisiana, so there's just swamps around. So I love the sunshine, the beaches. There's some great food around here. I like going out to eat. It's awesome.
You mainly hang with the guys on the O-line, or do you mix up and hang with other guys?
We mix up. I try to hang out with everybody. I try to build the relationship with everybody. Yes, sir. So
you mentioned guard. Funniest teammate is guard?
Oh, funniest teammate. I don't know. We got a lot of funny guys. In the O-line room, guard's pretty funny. Matthew Prigmore, he's pretty funny. He's hilarious. We got a lot of funny guys in the O-line room. Preston's very funny as well.
All right, you got another tattoo in mind? You got one planned?
I don't know yet.
Let's
see, if we get a bowl game, I'll get it tatted on me. We go to a bowl game and win it, I'll tat that on me. Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
I think Knight Nation wants to see you get another
yes, sir.
tattoo.
Let's do it. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Jaden, tell us something like new about yourself. Like, tell us something that maybe you never got to speak on in a presser, something that you want the UCF fans to know.
I guess a few people I've talked about it like a little bit, but nothing crazy. But I like Power Rangers though, like, you know what I mean. I got to go back and rewatch all of them, but yeah, like that was my thing growing up. I'd have the DVDs, VCH tapes, and yeah, I mean, even now, like I be watching Power Ranger edits all the time. Like my TikTok feed is like full of Power Ranger edits. So yeah, I'm a big Power Ranger fan.
Who's your favorite color Ranger?
I mean, it depends on the season, to be honest. Like, I really started watching, obviously Mighty Morphin's the original, Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver, Jason David Frank, RIP to him. Like, that was an OG right there. But also, like, around the time I started watching it too, I've watched a lot of SPD, so Jack the Red Ranger. You also got Ninja Storm. And so I like the Thunder Ranger uniforms and stuff like that, the little the two brothers and stuff like that. So it just depends on what season we're talking about and everything like that. So yeah, no, I could talk a little bit about it.
I love it, dude. I love it. Let's get back into football.
Okay.
That was fun, but walk us through spring and fall camp. For all of those people who are watching who may have not heard from you yet, how you feeling? What's going through your head?
I'm feeling pretty good. Like, I feel like we're gonna be a great team. You know what I mean? It's just all about putting it together. 70 new guys on a whole new team and everything like that. It's a lot of different, personalities, egos, upbringings that play along into it and whatnot. But I feel like we're doing a really good job getting to know each other and just, becoming a team. Some days we'll be straight perfect, like happy, celebrating with each other, and some days, this guy will be arguing with that guy. But it's not necessarily that we're mad at each other arguing. We're just trying to get on the same page and, do it right, you know what I'm saying? Do what's best for the team and everything like that. Like, do you have siblings, like a brother or something?
I have a little sister.
A little sister? Yeah, so you argue with her and whatnot, and it's never like bad blood or anything, like, truly. But I mean, y'all are just still trying to work together, figure things out. So we butt heads every now and then, but I mean, we don't let it just keep us down or hold us back and everything. And we butt heads, and then we just build and grow from it. And Coach Ross said every day says just rise and conquer. What you did yesterday doesn't matter. What you do tomorrow doesn't matter. Just wake up this morning, take on a day, and just be ready to take on a day at that.
So even with the transfers coming in and out, it feels like a family bond.
It does. It really does. I mean, like, I don't know. Everybody's just cool and just chill and relax for the most part. I mean, you still got. you're gonna have wild ones, but it's not like out of control, wild, can't take care of themselves, can't manage themselves. And I also feel like we gotta give credit to the coaches on that as well, because I mean, you can't like just bring anybody into a program and everything like that. And I feel like they did a good job evaluating and taking the time just to evaluate everybody.
So who do you feel is an underrated guy on offense right now?
I feel like the team knows, like, Jaden Charles. I feel like he's I can't lie, receiver core is nice. I mean, not speaking, I could talk about the running backs because, I'm in that room, but if you're going to go outside of that, stay on offense, I like Jaden Charles. I mean, he goes up and makes plays and everything. Like, both of our freshman receivers, oh my goodness, like, they're dogs. I feel like those are two really, like, unless you're in here, like, in the building and you really see them and, like, watch how they play and practice in the spring and stuff like that and work out in the summer, like, okay, yeah, they're dogs. But I know y'all, like, everybody outside of it, you're just like, okay, like, the freshmen, everybody knows freshmen come in, do, like, maybe red shirt or whatnot. But, like, those two, like, I feel like they could be impact players for us this year.
You talked in the press conference about, like, leaving a legacy, and what does that look like to you? And what does, like, leaving a legacy mean, like, on the field and off the field as well?
I would say leaving a legacy for me is just like mentoring these younger dudes, like talking, like even simply just talking to them. Because I mean, you go some places or like other schools, as a freshman or a younger guy, even like as a sophomore, you don't really get talked to by the seniors or whatnot. Or it's kind of like, okay, I'm here. It's my, like, especially in my position, this is my last year. I'm gonna get what I can get and move on and be out of here. But I mean, like I said, looking at these freshmen and just the younger guys, there's a lot of talent here. So it's just, I mean, and I want to see them be great. I mean, like I feel like there's a lot of unselfishness that has to go into it. Like these guys, they're going to be the ones who are after us, doing their things. I mean, we could have this great year and then like, oh my goodness, UCF fell off. You know what I mean? Like they weren't as what they said they were going to be for this time. There's a whole bunch of comments and everything that can go into it. But I feel like just pouring into these younger guys, let them know like even that they can be great and they are great. You know what I mean? You just got to step into that moment. I feel like that's what really just like leaves a legacy and leaves a mark. And I'm just talking to those guys, like I said, just joking around with them, goofing, like just getting on their heads, being goofy and everything, acting like I'm gonna throw them in a trash can or whatnot, giving them noogies and stuff like that. And they gonna do it back too, you know what I mean? It's just really coming together, being like a brotherhood and stuff like that. I feel like that's what ultimately leaves a legacy and everything. So those younger guys are gonna see us and be like, I remember he talked to me, he did this for me and stuff like that. Let me go talk to them and push him. Let me teach him and stuff like that as well. So it's just stuff like that.
Yeah, Coach Frost, he talked about like life outside of football. I mean, what's the like mindset you have about life? Do you have your own philosophies?
I mean, God, like, you know what I mean? I lean into him. And ultimately, like, I gotta realize whatever his goal is for me, that's what it is. I might not know what it is, but I'm gonna talk to him and let him just like guide me and everything like that. And at the end of the day, I really learned don't stress everything too much. Like, let's say, example, you miss a homework assignment. Yeah, it's like, dang, like I just may have missed this assignment, but like at the end of the day, like if it's early in the semester, I still got a whole bunch of work I can do left, you know what I mean? I can make up for it and everything. And it's not that necessarily that you want to make up for it, but it's like you just can't let it get to your head. Like you're on the field, you make a bad play. How are you going to bounce back from that? You know what I mean? You can't let it just sit there and stress you. Yeah, I may have dropped a touchdown pass or I may have missed a touchdown saving block, you know what I mean? But how are you going to bounce back from the next play and everything like that? So I try not to let life stress me. I try to be goofy as I can too. I'm not a serious guy. Like I can be serious, but I don't like that side. Like, not that I don't like that side of me, but I just like when I am goofy and energetic and can be laughing and giggling and just make other people laugh and stuff like that. That's what I like, making people laugh and joking around and stuff like that. So that's me.
I mean, speaking on like laughing, getting the teammates giggling and all that, I mean, Horace Lockett is what I've heard is the funniest teammate. Do you believe that?
I believe that, man. When I stayed on campus and everything, like I stayed with a few D linemen, so he was one of the first D line like people I met and stuff like that. And he just come in there, I'd be even in my room, I just hear them out in the living room, just like I'm like, who is that? And I go out there, it's Horace and everything. I'm like okay, like I don't even know, just saying stuff, just talking.
Big difference between returning and kickoff return.
Oh yeah,
because you're trying to field the ball and
man,
worried about the people.
Punt return, it's like punt return, everybody's flying down there, and it's just like you're just looking at the ball, like okay. You get a sense of feel of people that are coming down, but you necessarily don't always know where they're at unless you're like peeking. But even still, that's scary, especially if you got a good punter and you're trying to track down the ball and whatnot. But kickoff return is end over end, so it's just simply just spinning right to you. You can catch it, and then you got people right in front of you, so you know you're safe and secure and everything like that. But I mean, either or can be scary. I mean, if nobody gets blocked, but I mean, either or can be really spectacular when you see that lane open up.
So between you and Miles and everybody else, you have a pretty deep running back.
Oh yeah, yes sir. I mean, it's insane. I mean, everybody has. I was talking with somebody yesterday. We're all the same, but it's just like we got our own little different personalities in there and our different styles that just make us who we are. And I mean, we feed off of each other. You're on the sideline, somebody breaks a long run. Oh yeah. Now you in there. Now it's my turn. It's my time to go make a play and everything like that. And it's not that necessarily that you're trying to force a play, but it's just like, oh yeah, we call ourselves the juice squad. So it's like, boom, like one person makes a big play. Oh yeah, he got the juice now. I'm juiced up. I'm ready to go and stuff like that. And so it's just like being a ball player, you know what I mean? Having your own juice and swagger, and I feel like we all got that in the room. So I feel like we got some great talent for some years to come.
Which teammate came up with that?
That was
nickname?
Bill. Coach Bill came up with that himself. He was like, first day, he was like, we're gonna call ourselves the Juice Squad. And honestly, that's how he coaches. He comes in and brings the juice and everything like that. He's like, ultimately, it starts with me, and then it starts in the position room, and it starts like, you know, amongst each other, and then it spreads to the offense, and then the whole team and whatnot. So it's like he shows up every day knowing that he has to bring the juice, because if he doesn't bring the juice, then like he's not doing his job. You know what I mean? Not necessarily that he's not doing his job, but it's just he feels like he's letting us down and letting the team down and everything. So he comes in juiced up. Even if we tired that morning, we're going to get up. We're going to be up right up there juiced up with him. And as the day goes on, everybody makes plays. You're going to see us jumping up and down excited, not even just for the running backs, but just for other teammates and stuff like that.
So when I look around, the first thing that stood out to me was you guys are bigger this year.
Yes, sir.
You've done a lot of stuff in the weight room, it seems like.
Yes, sir.
Has your body changed since last year, since we didn't see it?
I feel like it has. I feel like I gotten stronger. I don't know how to explain it, but I mean, for when I first came here, I ain't gonna lie, I was dying a little bit, just getting acclimated. But it was really just we got this circuit lift that we do and everything like that, just getting acclimated to it. But it's like as you get going, we do it twice a week. So as the weeks go on, it's just like like for example, if you can't squat 225, by the end of this, you probably squatting like almost 315 or something like that. And it's like for reps, you know what I mean, for reps and stuff like that. So it's like I like it because necessary. Like I don't like doing those 1 rep maxes and everything like that. You don't see how strong you are for real. Anybody can just push up some weight or whatnot, but when you repping it out and everything like that, and guys, even the freshmen are moving crazy amount of weight and stuff like that for a lot of reps. I mean, I feel like our strength staff has done a great job just getting us more explosive, stronger, and ready for the season.
It's going to serve you well in the fourth quarter of a game.
No, facts.
In 90-degree weather.
And that's what Coach Ross wants too. I mean, he wants us to be able to push ourselves. Like, and during the summer, man, we out here early in the morning in the heat, just like dying, just running. And like you said, I'm still trying to get used to the heat out here. I came from Michigan, so it's like it's hot, but it's not humid and hot and everything like that. So it's just, I mean, it's been nice just getting acclimated and seeing how they push us in our bodies.
One of the last questions for you, Jaden, like whenever it comes to Coach Jay on the team, I mean, he coached at Oklahoma State, you played there.
Yeah.
Like, what's that connection like with him?
It's nice because, I mean, and then he's in a room too now. So at Oklahoma State, he was really with the old linemen, but it's like having that familiar face and everything like that. And I mean, he's seen me make plays, and I've seen him and talked to him, and like we got that connection and everything like that. So I remember walking in here, I seen him there's like a picture of him on the wall. Like, he's a face here. I didn't even know that for real. He's a face here. And I was like, hold on, like, wait a minute, that's Coach JJ. That's Coach JJ, that's my guy. And then next thing that you know, I'm pretty sure, like, when I first got here, or like when I was visiting, I'm seeing him. I'm pretty sure I've seen him from a distance. I was like, is that Coach J? There's no way he's here. So I think I messaged him or not, like, you down here? You coming? He's like, yeah, I'm here. So like, I don't know, it's great. And then now he's in the room, like, it's even better. And then on top of that, he was a center. He's an lineman, so he's helping improve my game and the whole running back room's game as well, because now he can teach us how the tackling tight end might make a block up to this linebacker, or, you know, what kind of calls and stuff like they'll make. So it just helps us improve our game and helps our reads become easier, and it allows us to read it quicker as well.